That's why wherever you are, taking photos, talking to your children, talking to your doctors, talking to your doctor, talking to your doctors, talking to your kids, talking to your team, talking to your students, talking to your boss and all those people that you need to influence, talking to your children, not just your biological children, but your spiritual children, talking to your community, talking to your board of directors, talking to your people that you fundamentally need to empower to become entrepreneurs, talking to those children that you want to love with unending love, you talking to the people that you need to talk, your clients as a coach / eventual psychologist, you talking to your caregivers. If we do not become Christ to them, if we do not show that love, if we do not express the depth and the height and the breadth and the length and the width of that love that was sitting against that tank saying, I'm dead now. I've given my life for you. I could have lived, but I'm now going to die. And you go and express this life that was willing to die for you. And you and I can say, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm willing to die for you, not physically per se, but I'm willing to die for you. I actually don't like prostitutes. No. And I say, stop it. Love them. Love them. Don't grow for them. Love them. Who's going to love them to wholeness? If not you and I. Who's going to love those children that drive you up the wall? Who's going to love them to wholeness if not you and I? Our God is concerned for this world. He's seriously concerned that this world belong to Him. I would like to share, before I tell you about the personal purpose assessment, it's a vision that I had years ago. And if I've told it to you, bear with me, I'll tell it. I'm going to tell it again. I was standing in what looked like a very dark, damp woods. Woods. What is vote? Forest. And I was at a vantage point where I was looking at probably the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen physically a woman as beautiful as that woman. But she was fleeing. She was running, panting, desperately wanting to come out of this forest. And the picture moved that I saw, there's serious darkness chasing her, wolves, things that want to kill her. But she was fleeing like for her life. And I could see, the pure white dress. But I could see it's been torn. It moes gehak het aan die takke en die dorings and everything that she was fleeing through. Bushwhacking. Face was bleeding. But it's like suddenly I just shifted my gaze and I saw on a hillside, beautiful green hillside, I saw a man. Now, if I was homosexual, I would have fallen in love with that man. That's how beautiful that man was. On a white horse. I couldn't believe the beauty I was looking at, but the picture was somehow, even though she was so beautiful, she was in deep pain, deep hurt, deep desperation, deep running away from darkness and things that wanted to possess her and hurt her. And here he was, the horse was like, this horse is not standing still. It was like, not agitated, but you can see this horse was a horse. But he was like, oh, glorious. And then the next picture, in this whole picture, I was moved back to being very close to her. And I could see her. And suddenly I realized it's not one woman, it's billions of people forming her finger, and her next finger, and her hand, and her arm, and her face, billions of people forming this girl. And obviously you realize this is the bride of Christ. This is she. This is her. The most beautiful girl in the world. This is who she is. And this is the predicament she finds herself in. And this is why she's fleeing from this darkness, because she wants to get to him. But in this, what I saw there, I saw eagles surrounding her, nudging her, guiding her, so that she doesn't get bushwhacked too often and get hurt by the thorns and the branches too much, guiding her. And I thought to myself, I want to be an eagle. And it's as if the Father said, the only way in which you can become an eagle is to die for her and never possess her as if she is yours. If you're willing to do that, you can become an eagle. Because being an eagle is also being part of her. There was this little paradox in this. Although you're an eagle, you're part of her. But you're a bit more distinct from her, because you're not a part of an arm or a finger or a nose or an ear. But if you want to become an eagle, you will never possess her as to be your own. She does not belong to you. But if you want to be an eagle and you want to nudge her and prepare her to meet him, you can be granted to become that, if that's your desire. From that point on, I have been struggling to find this whole thing of the eagle, and it's like, I don't know if it was Elijah that prayed, God, am I alone? And then God told him, no, there's 700 to 7,000 like you. And part of where are the eagles? Where are the eagles that will not want to possess her and say, maar sy is in my gemeente, los haar uit? Who are you, sir, to think you can possess her as if she belongs to you? She does not belong to you. She belongs to one that was willing to die for her, that's waiting for her. She doesn't belong, ja, maar my skaap is moenie rond. Who are you? So, part of, I really don't know why I share this stuff with you guys. Because it's been so private in my heart for years. I've seen this 15 years ago. I don't share this stuff. But I've been praying, where are the eagles? Where are those that are willing to love her to death without possessing her? Where are those that are willing to nudge her to him instead of saying, no, she's mine. She's not ours. She is the most beautiful girl in the world. You are part of her. Each one of you. But she is not ours to possess. Our Father really wants us to love her so that she can be prepared for him. Our Father had in mind that if his Son dies for her, that he will make her beautiful, like in the Jewish tradition that we can see on earth. And I don't know if you're familiar with that. When the daughter is going to get married, the father of that girl, the biological father of that girl, takes her for himself for a season, could be a year, and he chats with her, and he empowers her with understanding, and he prepares her, and he spends time with her, the father, so that she can become the beautiful bride for the groom. Now my question is, for us, are you willing to be a father that can express that father's heart to make her beautiful for him? Or a mother? God is father and mother. Tick that box in your mind in terms of Nico. You are so deceived. How can God be a mother? Let me tick your box for you. I believe God is father and mother. He is non-gender. That is not neuter. Neuter means that he's got no gender. He's more than that. He's father heart and mother heart for you and me. And us embracing that for those that are given to us on our journey in life to make beautiful for Christ. That heart. The question is, will we be willing to be the fathers/mothers that we need to be? Or do we have preferences? No, we don't work with this one. She sleeps with many men. No, we don't work with that one. He uses heroin. No, I don't work with that one. He's too rich. And I feel inferior when I talk to him. No, I don't work with that one. Or could we say, whoever we encounter in our beingness, will our doing not be just the outflow of who we are? And just be